Okay. Oh, shit.
Got it.
Okay.
Almost click leave meeting.
All right,
Why is
no
that?
talking, quiet on the set. We're going live, please. Throw it to the wolves. We are live.
Okay. Okay. Hey.
Oh,
welcome to the weekly Howl.
Quiet on the set. We're going live, please.
Wife to Wolf's Network's latest show. I'm your host, Colby, here with Athena, Josh, Vincent, Beast, and Ashley. We are the Pack, and today we're going to talk about the Zoom era. So, what I mean by that is actually, first, what I want to say is welcome back to our fearless leader, Athena Gray. She was gone for a little bit, but now she's back, and it's great to see her. I love to see her, and she's amazing. But anyway, we'll give her a chance to talk because I know she has a lot to say about this subject. But basically, the Zoom era, and what I mean by that is a lot of it has to do with COVID. So it's a lot of like impersonal or not like non in person communication. So not being able to speak to someone actually face to face. Obviously, we are on Zoom, so it's not, technically in person, but just the differences between the old era and the new era, meaning what is, first of all, what is good and bad about it. And personally, I think that it allows you to like reach out to people that you couldn't. I've actually gotten in contact with a lot of old friends that I wouldn't see face to face any other way because they live way away. Um, the con is that us being actors, and also, well, mainly being actors and submitting like audition tapes. You have no idea where it's going. You have no idea if anyone's looking at it. You have no idea if a casting director. You don't have, um, you can't have any kind of like bond with them, or you can't have any kind of rapport with them. It's just you send it out, and you're just like, I don't know if anyone's even looking at this. So I mean, that's my take on it. But I do want to hear uh, from Athena, our leader. Athena, what do you think?
So, I mean, I think I kind of agree with everything you said. And just to kind of piggyback off of that, I've been working from home since 2020, so 3 years now, right? I'm home alone basically all day, just me and my desktop and all my equipment. And I'm an ambivert. For those of you who don't know what an ambivert is a person who's an extrovert and an introvert. So because of that, that makes me more flexible to be able to stay home and work from home all day. And then go into environments where I work the room, right? I'm naturally an extrovert, but I was trained by training, classes, courses to work the room. And that's how I became an ambivert. But for a lot of people who are extroverted, all of this, as you call it, the Zoom era, is really complicated. In my personal opinion, I think it has a lot to do with the fact that mental health is on the rise because people need energy from other people.
Completely. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I think that like that is, I mean, it started before COVID, and because I think it became, we've become more, at least people that, the younger generation. I know, I mean, Vincent and Ashley are younger than I am, and they know more about it. Like, but it was never when I dated in my 20s. It wasn't really over. It wasn't through dating apps. It was like you go to a bar and you try to meet someone.
Right.
And so, yeah, so this is like it's so much content, and it's so like it's just so many people out there, and you have so many options that you don't know what to pick. So
Right.
it's not like you can't like go for something. It's just there's so many different things you can go for. So it's just like, oh wait, maybe this is better. Maybe this is better. Maybe this is better, and you can't like figure out what you really want because it's just bombardment of, I mean, information, but people as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Well,
know.
I feel like I feel like that's like social media in general. Can you imagine grandparents talking to their grandkids 50 years from now? Like, oh yeah, I met your grandmother because I posted a fire emoji on a picture of her ass on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like this,
Yeah.
the future generations are fucked largely because of social media.
Fire emoji.
Well, actually, let me hear. What do you think about it? Because I know you are. Because I mean, you're. I mean, you're younger. I know you're younger than me, and I know you're. I don't even think you're probably not even uh, my generation. So, what do you think about the pros and cons of this?
Um, I'm kind of back and forth because I did grow up with the technology and like the dating apps, and I find that the dating apps have helped in some instances, just to connect people. But also, I'm like an old soul. I have to meet people in person before I can make like a definitive opinion.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I mean, because it's also, and I guess I don't know if it's more of people that get fooled off of off of social media, and they meet someone and oh my God,
like catfish.
Catfish.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to think of the show Catfish.
Yes.
The Catfish. So like,
Women
I
have
guess are they
tricks.
more like suspicious now and like they have to meet in person?
No.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually worked as a professional catfish for a while.
What?
Professional catfishing.
Yeah.
What?
No. So what he
Bottom
did?
feeder.
No. So what he did was he would buy these photos of this small time model, and I say model in the same way a porn star is an actor. Like technically yes, but we know what's really going on here.
Oh my gosh.
So he would buy her nude photos and then pose as her in like post ads of just like, oh hey, I'm here, like you want to chat, like different name and all that stuff. And then he would basically resell the nudes. And then sometimes he'd do like dirty role play and stuff via text. And he would get paid for doing this. And he made like stupid good money from doing this. Like he was making like $500 a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it just like, damn, I think I'm in the wrong business. No,
Well,
but
that's why it's important to reverse Google any image you get. You can literally reverse Google search an image and figure out where the fuck it's from. Not only that, you can ask for a photo of a woman holding 3 fingers up because the odds of him having that are very slim to none.
No.
But nowadays with freaking OnlyFans or whatever, anybody can screenshot something, anybody can save something. You don't know who you're dealing with, so you always got to be careful.
yeah,
And anytime anybody asks for money up front, I don't care who they are, it's probably a scam. Oh, can you cash out me money for gas? No, fuck off.
no, but you guys want to hear the funniest part of that story?
No.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So
You?
Is there
No.
cocaine involved?
oh god, no. But
Better be hilarious.
he was talking to this one guy who is then asking for feet pics. And my friend's a lot of things, but he's not a foot fetish person, so he at least has that in his favor. Anyway, but this guy is like offering good money for feet pics. So my friend, realizing that his skin tone is close enough, goes
gosh.
into the bathroom, shaves his feet, and sends a photo of his own feet. And this dude sent back a screenshot. He made the feet pic his home screen, screensaver.
Wow.
So
What is wrong with people?
Did he know how big his fucking feet were? What size is his feet? Like fucking 10? Those fucking things.
He just played with the camera angles so well. Like,
I just don't want to see piece of me.
look, there's a moral to this story though. If you ever meet a girl online, she's fun, flirty, really pretty, it's not her, it's a large Samoan man. That's the moral of this story.
That's why you ask
I'm
for
flirty.
verification or FaceTime or whatever.
Your friend was a lost Samoan man?
Yeah, my buddy's a large Samoan man, and he was posing.
No, but you said if you're talking to a girl and she's like funny and flirty or whatever. I'm funny and flirty on my apps.
What do your feet look like, though?
Yeah.
Well, I got a rose
But this is a
on
model we're
my right
thinking.
foot.
Are your toes sucking?
I said what I said.
Do you like your toes getting
All
sucked?
right, I feel like we should have a feet competition because I want to make some money off this dude.
Hey, I
I'll
have,
send some
I have
pictures,
a
Jen.
beautiful rose on my right foot. Okay.
There's like an
No.
OnlyFans solely devoted to feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feetfinder.com, that's a thing.
No,
Yeah, it's a
hey,
thing. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a real
Wife
thing.
to Wolf Network merch coming
Oh, yeah.
to the merch store. Feet pics.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I can show
And
off
toe
my
rings.
pretty rose.
Toe
He
rings.
could have at least painted his
wipe the
toenails
wolf-
before he did it.
Wipe the wolf on the toe rings.
Hey, he at least shaved his feet, so he dedicated himself.
Yeah, shave
All
his
right,
feet.
so
How
wait a
much hair
minute,
do you have
wait a
on
I'd
his
have to
feet?
shave my feet too.
I got a question for all of you while we're on this topic. What about cyber sex during the Zoom era?
Nah.
Oh.
Well, I will say,
Anybody here ever had cyber sex?
I've been deployed. Of course I have. That's when you jerk off to somebody stripping for you on Skype back in the day. Of course you do that. Everybody does that.
I'm sorry,
I've
Cole.
never
Nah,
done
not
that.
everybody does that. What are you talking about?
You haven't been deployed for a year? No. Like Beast has probably done it too.
I ain't had no cyber sex. I had real sex.
Well,
Colby,
okay,
what were you
if
gonna say? I'm sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
oh no,
sorry.
what
No,
I
go ahead,
did
go ahead. Yeah,
is
go
the
ahead.
girl I was with.
What the fuck?
I just strapped an iPad around her head with someone that looked different, and then had sex with her. So that was sex.
might as well tape a
I don't
picture.
think that's exactly what
That
we're
is
talking about.
fucking
Colby.
broke ass AI that you did. That's
Just
what you
tape a picture in the back of your head. That way you got something good to look at. That's what you're supposed to do.
I'm old school like that. I send my sex messages via carrier pigeon.
All right,
That
so
is
wait a
so
minute.
scary.
Let's go. Let's do a quick poll. So Josh was honest. He says he's had cyber sex before. Vincent, have you ever had cyber sex?
Nah, I haven't.
I have not. Ashley, have you ever had cyber sex?
Oh no.
Colby?
98, of course you haven't.
No, but
What
I've
was that? What was that, Josh?
I said you were born in like 98. Of course you haven't.
Colby?
Oh, wait,
Wouldn't that make me more likely to have it? And I was born in 97.
Oh my God, a year. Whatever.
You know what? It makes a difference. Okay.
No, it don't. No, it don't.
No, it doesn't.
It does to
No, it
me.
Eight, hey, 18 versus 17. That year makes a big difference.
No, it don't.
James
No,
Lee.
it don't.
Well, pause. What do you mean?
No. But I'm
What do you mean
sorry.
it doesn't make a big difference? There's a huge difference. Like you can't drink legally until you're 21.
All right, let's stay on topic. Colby, have you ever had
Just a
cyber sex?
year, not like 12 years.
Shut the fuck up, Josh.
No,
Colby?
I've never had cyber sex, but I actually did jerk off during a business meeting because it's easy to do. Because the thing is, like, you can have it was like a conference meeting. So like, but you can be pantsless because no one knows. Like I'm pantsless right now. No one would know. So like,
I did that
But
right
you just
before
can't-
an audition. I was like,
you
oh
just
shit.
can't stand. You just can't stand up. You just gotta like.
Hey, like and
And you
subscribe.
can't have too much
to
motion,
Colby's
like,
stand
Yeah,
up.
Oh,
you just gotta make sure you're on mute, okay?
I bet you that wasn't on the agenda.
I will say I did a job interview, I did a job interview where I wore like business suit from the waist up.
You didn't have pants on. Great.
And I don't know if I had no pants or just pajama pants like underneath. But
Easy access. Is that why you guys do that? So if a hot girl comes on the screen to talk about the fiscal year, you can whack off while she's speaking to the
physical
number.
year.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
it got real physical.
Yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Hey, there's nothing sexier than a successful business.
Completely. Completely.
That's
Oh.
Donald Trump.
See, you don't even ask me that question because I don't even know what cyber sex is.
Athena and Beast, I don't believe you.
I don't know what cyber sex is. I don't know what the fuck that. Somebody
You were in the
explain.
military. You were in the military, and you were in the
When you
military around the
it's
time.
on camera, live. That's it. That's
What
what you call it. It's not like you're
what-
fucking the keyboard, okay?
What is it? What is it? Go ahead. Say it again.
All right. So Skype, remember back in the day, Skype.
Yeah, I ain't use that. I didn't use that for sex.
Wait, let me finish. You can't get to each other. You can't get to each other, so you're talking dirty. You're showing
ever
each
jerk
other
off to a chick on
pictures of each other. Everything except touching each other. Don't tell
Did
me
you
about
fuck
that.
your computer? It could be that too.
Did you fuck through the computer? Was the computer the condom? The only thing separating.
I had. You know how old I
Literally
am.
fuck the computer.
This is how old I am. I had phone sex. That's how old I am. Okay.
Hey, don't ever pay
that's
for
the precursor.
Cost me $1,500.
So wait, you're saying you
No.
fucked your
It means he talks to somebody on the phone.
I had to
With a
pay
payphone,
for that
probably.
shit. I didn't have to pay for that shit.
Yeah,
No.
don't ever do that. I got a chick that stuttered. It cost me $1,300. Fuck that. No.
Done it. No, she didn't. No, you didn't.
No,
No,
All right, I know we're
I have
getting
to
close to the end time, so let's turn it back over to Colby and Vincent.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
All right. I mean, we kind of touched on this, but what I did want to say is, or want to ask is, if you are married or living with your girlfriend or boyfriend, significant other, whatever, does being locked down together put strain on the relationship? And
Yes.
how does it put strain on the relationship? Because I know I was living with a girl, and she just like before we got locked down, she was just all the yapping. Oh, but we were like away from each other during the day, but then we were stuck together, and I had no idea the extent to the yapping. So it put a strain on the relationship, and we eventually broke up. But I want to hear what you
You
want
are
to
like
say.
reliving this shit right now. You know that, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
I
you're
know.
literally reliving it,
Oh.
but I feel like I hear her.
I'm
A lot
wincing.
of people,
Oh
a
God.
lot of people got
Yes.
during COVID. A lot of people did for that sole reason. They couldn't be around their partner 24/7.
Oh yeah.
No, like I feel like so this didn't happen to me because the only thing COVID did was I was one date away from officially becoming boyfriend girlfriend with this girl. Because here's the thing, I was still in school when COVID hit. I was in my second to last semester, and then I wound up having to go back across the country, and I'm away from her, so we couldn't pick up where we left off, unfortunately. But I did have a friend who, like, his girlfriend wound up moving in with him because of COVID, and I think it was I think this was the case, was it wound up making them move the relationship to that point earlier than they should have. Because like, if you want to spend time with each other, you want to spend time with each other if you live together. And so they started living together, and it was just like, dude, you guys are not good for each other in constant proximity.
Yeah.
Well, that's how
totally.
that's how the military is too. Like, people get married because that's the only way for them to live together, and then that's why they get divorced so frequently.
Yeah.
So-
And no, and I've heard I've known people that they were dating kind of the same situation, but since there was such a real estate boom because people wanted to get out of their like apartments and move into a house, so they ended up with their girlfriend or boyfriend. Like, they bought a house together, and then they realized that they didn't want to be together, and that is a lot worse because that is a lot to deal with, owning a house together and trying to, if you split up.
So refinance, rent it out, whatever.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh my god, it's terrible. Beast, like, what do you think, man? You have you been?
I ended up in a relationship because of COVID. So,
Oh really?
Yeah, and the shit was like, what the fuck did I do? The fuck did I do? Like,
Is that how you really felt about us, Beast?
If it was you, I would have still stayed in a relationship, but this I couldn't stay no longer. I couldn't do it. It went on for a whole year and some change.
Well, it's because you didn't have any other options because it was harder to meet people during that time, right?
Yeah, I ain't had no choice.
Yeah, it was convenient.
I ain't had no choice, man. And
That's what I meant. Like, so you just like, because you couldn't go out and like meet other people, so you were stuck.
I was stuck with her.
Yeah. Oof.
I died a little bit, but I came back to life. No.
I feel like we all did during that period. Oh my god. Just not being able to go out, not being able to do stuff. Yeah. It was.
I thought it was great.
I was so like I'm like a extrovert. I like being outside. I like being in the mix. I like being, around people. Like Athena said, like I'll give off. I'm like energetic. I get energy from other people too as well and shit. I like that shit. Like good energy, not bad energy.
Oh yeah. And then you're just stuck with someone that you don't really want to be with. Just because it's like
it's hard for me to talk about right now.
I gotcha. But I know what you mean.
In some type of way, Beast.
I wish it was you. Shit.
Hey, was her name Beauty that day? Were you guys Beauty and the Beast? Because that would be cute.
It was kind of like Beauty and the Beast. It was.
Yeah.
Except apparently without a happy ending.
I have a feeling it's more like Shrek.
Huh? Shrek?
I have a feeling it's more like Shrek, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that part.
Did she go from a beautiful princess to an ogre? Is that what happened?
I mean,
is that why you didn't like her?
She looked good. I mean, she looked okay. It's just like, I wasn't agreeing with her body. That's all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a quick side note. I think
like,
Fiona looks better as an ogre.
What?
I don't.
I don't either.
Well, that's your own fault.
What the fuck?
You're the weird one.
Yeah.
It was some green bitch.
Nobody wants to fuck
Clearly,
around with.
you've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
What?
That's different.
No, Colby was saying, like, why would you want to get with some green bitch? And I'm just like, look, clearly you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
She's
the only green bitch
Fiona looks better. I honestly think Fiona looked better as an ogre.
No, the only green thing I'm fucking is that green M&M. Beyond that, fucking.
Or the incredible bitch.
You wouldn't
Green
do
M&M?
Gamora?
Yeah.
I would.
Josh,
Right,
you wouldn't
so-
do Gamora?
One thing I would like to say on the topic is I noticed that marriage, dating, relationships during COVID did one of two things, if not both. A lot of the divorce rates were through the roof. They were at the all-time high. And then there were some that realized they should be divorced, but found it was cheaper to keep him or her, or that they couldn't afford to be divorced and decided to become roommates. Right? So to all of your points, and then in some cases it was both. They got divorced but remained roommates. So
yeah, I think that I do agree with that, and I think that goes along with what we were talking about earlier about just living with someone, because since you're around each other all the time, you can't help but become roommates because you don't have that time apart from each other. So it's just, you're just hanging out with each other. You're like,
right.
You're working or whatever. And so there's like, it's hard to like separate that from the romance, because you don't miss each other and you don't like, you're not away from each other. So it's just, you're constantly just around each other, and it takes the, like I said, like it
It's
takes the
more like
romance
more like cellmates, more like cellmates than roommates.
out. All right. Yeah.
Cellmates. I hope not.
Because then you're not seeing each other. But if you live with somebody and you're fucking them, then they're not a roommate. You know what I mean? But the moment you lose that intimacy and they're just more like a friend, then they're a fucking roommate. You know what I mean? But if you're locked down, i.e. COVID, then they're like a fucking cellmate because there's no escaping.
It's roommate
It's
friends
like
with
a-
benefits.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
That's called marriage. Okay.
I mean,
That's called marriage.
I mean, a cellmate probably has just as much sex, right?
I'm not
Maybe
telling you.
more.
what
That
it
is a scary
You gotta-
truth right there.
Because
It's less consensual.
Is it cellmate? Is it co-ed jail now? Is the jails co-ed?
I hope not.
I want if the jails is co-ed, I'll go to jail. Shit.
They will be. They will
Dude,
be
if,
eventually.
if jails are suddenly co-ed, girls are fucked.
Yeah, already fucked.
literally,
You've seen Orange is the New Black. They're already fucking themselves. Who cares?
What?
Yeah. But yeah, it was. I feel like it was when I was
Hello,
when I was living with my girlfriend. Like it was
Ruby
it,
Rose.
it went like where we like saw even though we lived together, like we saw everything. Like because I mean I have a lot of chest hair, and it would like just get all over the place because I just like
You have a lot of
constantly.
Fuck?
So I wouldn't be able to like leave the house so it could shed outside, and so she would get pissed about it like being all over the place, and like
You gotta shave your
like
feet too, huh?
tampons I got angry with.
Yeah,
And-
you gotta
you
shave
got-
your feet.
You couldn't just like go to the balcony to the wind. Like,
I actually did try to do that one day. I went outside. I was just like trying to like get it out
all right.
because I was sick
Pat,
to
we
clean
gotta
up the
wrap it up.
bathroom. All right, we're wrapping up. All right, Vincent. All right. Yeah, I want
Alright,
to take us out.
all right, so we've had some fun talking about the cyber experiences, the Zoom generation, and all that. We honestly could have kept going with this for a while, but like we're all gonna get the zoomies and just run in random directions. I don't know. Terrible joke. Whatever. Point is, thank you to everyone for tuning in tonight. Be sure to like and subscribe to hear more of the conversations that truly matter. I want to give another shout out to Athena Gray, our fearless leader, back for good. Like I want to thank my co-host Colby, our panel Ashley, Josh, Beast, and the entire White Wolf production team. And as always, I want you all to remember, whether you're laughing or crying, you might as well howl with it. Good night, everyone.
I love it. Thank you, Vincent. Great way to close out. But one more thing I'd like to add is when you sign out, log right back in. Our next show coming up called the Love Howl. Did I get it right? The Love Howl. Tonight's topic is breaking up via text.